go to the a what? A swerve? Oh, hey guys. I didn't know we were recording that. I didn't just stand up before and hit the record button and try to play into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 3 Key Teams. Today's show, episode 72 or 73. We are agreeing to disagree because neither one of us took the time before starting this video to learn which number it was. So we're going to find out when we post it because I don't know why we're just so hard-headed, but we are. Episode 72 or 73. I'm your host, William Prue with Real Estate One.
And I'm your co-host, Hannah Lachowski with Real Estate One.
I just learned that today, guys. I'm going to be a drummer. You guys, hopefully by now, know the rules. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you anyway, like I do every episode. Positive impact.
One day at a time.
And we are crickety, coconut, cracking. The code. And on today's episode, guys, we are cracking a code to fair market value, assessed value, and appraised value. Not telling those in any specific order. I just wanted to say that. So we're going to start off, okay, I guess I should start the video off by explaining to people why we're talking about it. I think that would make a little bit more sense. So we made a couple episodes about tax assessments and how to reach out to us, and if you believe you're being overassessed or something's wrong with your taxes, that we can take it to the board of review and get it looked at, and if it doesn't pass the board of review, we will fight them all the way to the state tribunal. So if you guys remember that episode, that's kind of playing into what we're talking about here. So your tax assessment comes in, and the big question we've been getting lately, and the shock from people, is they assume that the assessed value on their tax assessment is what their home is worth. And I don't know how many times I could say this and really, I wish I could just drill the energy through the phone into your heart so you knew this was not the case.
Right.
The assessed value is a value put together by the governing factor of whatever municipality that you're in to establish your taxes, what you will pay in taxes, what individually every house based on their value will pay in taxes according to them. This is done on a mass scale, okay? There's a separation between an appraised value and fair market value versus what the city or your municipality sends to you. Their goal is not to tell you what your home is worth.
Right.
Their goal is to establish how they're gonna yank the money out of your pockets.
Pretty much.
But as I'm getting more into this, I am a firm believer in paying taxes, and I should not say that the wrong way. These taxes are put into place to take care of our roads, get our snow shoveled, salted, just take care of the parks and the cities, and our education. This money goes towards taking care of the place that you live and making sure that it stays nice.
Right.
So, not against taxes, but that is their goal. Their goal, without getting into the millage and all this confusing stuff about how they set that rate, that is their goal, not to tell you what your house is worth.
Right.
Okay, so now we'll talk about fair market value. Fair market value is you put your property on the market today, and whatever amount of money that a buyer is willing to pay for that home, that is fair market value, a ready, willing, and able buyer. Okay, there are some situations where it's not an arm's length transaction, meaning that it could be a relative selling to another relative.
Right. And they're giving them a pretty nice hookup
Discount.
Yeah.
Right? And in that verbiage somewhere, that way it doesn't affect the overall market, we can see that it was not an arm's length transaction.
Right.
We can see that it was this dad transferred to son, or it was a court-ordered sale, so it had to sell quickly, and they put it under market value, whatever the case may be. So fair market value is whatever a buyer is willing to pay. A ready, willing, and able buyer is willing to pay in this market.
Right.
Okay. And then an appraised, what's the word?
Value.
That's it? I'm getting better. I didn't read the word. Okay. And an appraised value is a certified appraiser, personally, coming out to the property, right?
Yes.
Taking measurements.
That's the important part. They're actually coming to the property.
Right. And that is exactly right. Take that away from this video, if anything else. The city is not coming to your house personally.
Right.
They're not measuring rooms, right?
Right.
They're not looking at improvements that you've done in the past 20, 30 years. Who knows how long?
Right.
An appraiser comes into the home, he studies comps around your house in your area specifically, in your subdivision.
Typically within a mile.
They'll
They'll spread out if need be.
And they try to literally, because no house is equal and alike. Every house is different in some sort of way, no matter what. Even if it's a similar build, there's something different. The land it's sitting on makes it different, right? Location, location, location. But they measure, they look at the improvements outside, inside, they're looking at everything. And the city, the municipality, is not doing that.
Right. That's the key point.
The appraiser is responsible to the buyer and to the bank to establish the price of the home. Right? They have a liability to make sure that the buyer's not paying too much and that the bank is not lending too much money for what the house is worth. So, keeping that in mind, knowing the difference between the three, do not be convinced that that assessed value is what your home is worth.
Right.
Now, sometimes it's a good feeling when we walk into a listing appointment and our sellers assume this is how much money they can get, and we can tell them, hey, you got about $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 more coming your way.
Right, exactly.
But the scary thing is that people will refrain from making that move because they think that their assessed value is what their home is worth, and they cannot make that move and do it in a way that they can transition to the next property. So, the whole baseline was to answer all those many questions that we've been getting from our clients continuously. That is not necessarily what your home is worth. I gotta say, on a rare occasion, your assessed value will be pretty damn close. On a rare occasion.
Right, but honestly, you would not want it to be, because the higher that assessed value is, the more than likely your taxes are going and hiking up just along with it.
And then that, and if they're too high, then that's when you contact us. We'll take it to the board of review. We will fight. Trust me, we do not mind fighting these people because it is important to keep our taxes in line, not only our taxes, but to make sure that our city and the places where we live, and what we care about, stays in an organized, healthy economy. So we really do genuinely care about that. But that was the main point of the video, guys, just to lay out those three so you guys can understand. Do not let that assessed value scare you. And if you want to know what your property is worth, it's important to reach out to a real estate agent or two realtors, a great team. The best, not the rest, and we can help you understand the price of your home at this point in time. Just to get rid of that PTSD that you're carrying, that you think your assessed value is set at this rate. All right? I think we can wrap this video up. Nice and quick. That's not normal. What's going on? What's going on?
I know, this is an unusually short video for us. Are you
Someone's
guys
got
proud?
to be proud.
Or
Oh my
are you
God.
sad?
We're not 35 minutes in. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Are they okay? We should call them and make sure they're
Why are you
okay.
guys sad? I feel like everyone's used to it. You're like, oh.
Positive.
At least that's what
Trying
I'm
to be
anyways.
It's a work in progress, guys. All right, we'll wrap this video up with that. As always, it costs $0 and 0 cents to be a decent human being in this world. We will see you guys on the next episode.